Hi, I'm Clark Berge. I'm the guardian here at Hilfield Friary. As you can tell, I'm from the United States. I'm a member of the Province of the Americas, but this past year I was elected guardian here at Hilfield Friary after 10 years as Minister General. So it's a great joy to be here and be in one place in this wonderful friary. Hilfield is almost 100 years old as a home for Franciscans, and we have here, now at the present moment, we have 8 brothers, one from the Solomon Islands, Brother Sam Seho, and we have 4 young adult volunteers from around the world, India, China, German English, and an Englishman. So we've got the 4 of them, and then we have a young family, husband and wife and 4 children, and some other long-term volunteers. And so altogether we're more or less 24, depending on the day that you're doing your counting. And the vision of this remarkable friary is that lay and consecrated persons living and working together and praying together. So Hilfield is got a big focus and devotion to conservation of land and animals and practicing responsible care of the environment through our grazing practices, the absence of pesticides and the encouragement of insects and protection of things that are at risk like house martins and dormice and lichens and a whole panoply of different aspects of our environment that we don't often think about but are really important to us. At the heart of our community life, though, is the chapel, and so the brothers and the volunteers, the community at large, we gather 4 times a day. We share our prayer equally. Everybody takes their turn leading the Friary chapel services. We all work in the kitchen at different times, and it's a place for welcoming many guests, so that well known throughout the Church of England and abroad, this Hilfield Friary, and many people know about it and care about it, and we take that very seriously, our service to them in preserving this place for the benefit of many people who come to know and appreciate Franciscan spirituality, the love of God through Jesus Christ, through the care of this community, and trying to model a way of living on the earth which is conscious and deliberate and as light as possible.
Hallo miteinander und herzlich willkommen.
안녕하세요. 환영합니다.
Dumelang Korae, and another one, Mamuka Chini.
Hello, my name is Florine. I'm from Switzerland and I'm staying here at Hilfield Friary for about 2 months. In the last couple of weeks I've been doing a lot of work in the garden, work on the roof, in the kitchen, and I've met a lot of very amazing people already. So come join.
Hello, my name is Hugh. I'm from South Korea. I visited here last year for 3 months and I like it. So I came back as a volunteer for 1 year. Here we can experience a lot of things. For example, gardening, looking at the animals, and making international friends. And sometimes we have a great fun with the guests, brothers, and other volunteers. If you want to experience the cool community life, please visit here. Welcome. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kopano. I come from Botswana. I visited the Hilfield Friday for about 2 months now. This place has been quite a relief, especially from the stresses and hardships of London life. It has given me a totally different perspective of life. Here in the Hilfield, life is all about the simple, daily human interaction life activities. So what we normally do is, on a daily basis, We are divided into job tasks as we definitely work as a team. Some guys do gardening, some guys do a little bit of farming, other guys prepare the meals, and some guys do the scullery, kitchen, cleaning the dishes and stuff like that. I have loved this place because, as you can see, it has an amazing, brilliant view. We are right at the top of the hill, so you can do your cycling, you can do your trail running, and other than that, you can go to the chapel and get closer to God. Thank you. Everybody is welcome here at the Friary. Cheers.
I'm Brother Hugh. I've been here 10 years this time, but I was here before in the 90s and the 80s. It's good to be back. It feels this is now the longest place I've lived in Britain over the years, apart from where I grew up. I do lots of bits, things, filling in gaps really. I chapel, a bit of cooking, a bit of cleaning, a lot of talking to guests, a bit of washing up. I do quite a lot of stuff like keeping an eye on fire safety. I go around and check the alarms, and I read lots of meters for reporting our heating to relevant authorities. I keep an eye on our water pumps. I do a bit of gardening sometimes. I do quite a bit of driving, shopping, all that sort of keeping an eye on the plant of the place. I'm trying to work with our wonderful young community members who come for a year. I also spend quite a bit of time doing visas for overseas brothers and young community members who come here, and that requires quite a bit of thought on the computer. I like to get out quite a bit. I used to go regularly to visit men who were being deported, or the government was trying to deport from the local deportation centre here a few miles away from here in Weymouth. That's now been closed. I'd like to carry on the work, but there's nowhere nearby. So instead I'm now teaching English to a Syrian who is here with his family, a refugee allowed to come to live, welcomed into a village in a house a few miles away, and I'm supposed to be giving him an English lesson every week. So there's a combination of being here, living here, enjoying here, the camps that come, the garden that needs to be looked after, the machines which break, the cars which break down, the visitors who want to be shown a map so they can go walking, all that sort of thing, and going out.
Hi, I'm Brother Christopher Martin from the European Province. I'm currently based at Hilfield Friary, which is in the south of England, in Dorset. And I've been here since November, so for about 6 months. My main role is a provincial role, so I'm the provincial bursar. So most of my time is spent dealing with the finances, the legal and the building work for the province, making sure that we have enough money for what we need to do, that the buildings are in good repair, and all the extra bits which are needed with the various charity laws in the UK. Within the house, I spend a day a week cooking. I'm also responsible for the library here and for various bits in the sacristy and in the chapel life and for the social media for Hilfield. Outside of here, I do a lot of different bits and pieces. I am on the executive committee for the Association of Provincial Bursars, which is an ecumenical body from around the world which helps provincial bursars in the various jobs they have. I am also involved with New Wine and go with Beverley and the Mobile Monastery every year to New Wine, which is a charismatic evangelical festival. That's not my background, but I enjoy being there and I enjoy worshipping with people from different backgrounds, and that just fills me with life and joy. Just to see God and the Holy Spirit in so many different ways, and that's brilliant. I've been in the order now for nearly 9 years and lived in several houses all in the UK, and was very privileged to have a month in Hong Kong as well when we were there several years ago. And I enjoy that about the life. I enjoy travelling around and seeing different people and getting to know new people and getting to see how people experience God and are filled with God. I'm definitely much more suited to travelling and to being in different places rather than being settled in one place. When I first had my calling, that's what I thought it was too, and realised very quickly that that would not suit me and would not suit the brothers around me. So it was good to find the Franciscans through a church in Cambridge. I've absolutely loved being with the order for 9 years and have made my life ours, and I'm excited about where it will go. Who knows where the future will be and where God will lead me. But ultimately it has led me to be more me, and that's the greatest gift that this order has given me.
I'm Brother Vincent, and I look after the secret garden, which was started in the early 60s by Brother Simon Clark, who went out to Australia and died in a climbing accident, and that was many years later. I came back here from Llandudno, where we had a friary, and began restoring the garden. And then after a while I was asked myself to go overseas, spent 2 years in New Zealand, so I work in Australia, then in North America, finished up in Belfast. And it's only been the last sort of 30 years that I've worked on the garden here. And in front of me, just to the left, is a new magnolia Kevin Hughes, and this was planted to commemorate a wedding we had here, two of our volunteers, Jimmy and Lydia, who comes from America, and they were married here, and this marks their wedding.
And say we use it for like when we make salami and black pudding and things, but this fat is just rendered to make lard.
Hello, my name's Susie. I'm a member of the community here. I've lived here for almost 9 years with my husband, who's a priest and who works with gypsies and travellers for the diocese 2 days a week. I look after all the guest bookings, I answer the phone, I do all the emails, I look after the guests, and I run the shop. And I also do things like first aid, because I used to be a nurse, and I look after the older brothers. So, you know, my day's nice and varied, so it could be anything from taking the brothers to the doctor, to welcoming guests, to helping with the cleaning. You know, most of us here do everything, so it's nice to sort of get stuck in.
Okay, ready? Steady. Danke für diesen kurzen Abend, danke für diesen tollen Tag. Danke für diese langen Sorgen, auf die werfen mag. Amen.
You're an idiot.
Well, to be fair, I think you are.